I think it's about time to introduce our second act. Yes?
Oh.
Yes? I met this guy about a year ago, and he was always a very, very funny guy. He just started doing comedy about maybe 6 months ago. And yeah, I mean, you're going to see for yourself, but he's a really talented, really funny guy. Please put your hands together for Adrian!
Thank you, Tommy, and thank you guys. This is like a really incredible turnout. I'm going to guess that most of you probably heard about it or was told about it through Facebook and things like that. Facebook's an amazing piece of technology. Yeah, I love Facebook. I honestly spend way too much time on it. I'm too busy putting up photos and saying things like, "Yay, I'm having a good time, your life sucks, mine's better." I'm trying to desperately convince myself that's true. But one of the things that really annoys me on Facebook at the moment is time hop. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's your chance to be a Hollywood film writer. Because you get to rehash shit that you said a few years ago instead of writing anything fucking original for a change. And we've all got somebody that's a friend of ours on Facebook who is a bit boring. I have one that is the epitome of crazy cat lady. She has about 5 cats, and the only thing she's interested in are her cats and cross stitch. And annoyingly, she has to be a friend of mine on Facebook, family friend. It's and so she just yesterday, discovered Time Hop. Which meant that yesterday she shared a post that she posted 3 years ago, and the post went like this: "Looking forward to my homemade lasagna tonight. Yummy, smiley face." As if that wasn't boring enough, that's what appeared yesterday, 3 years later. This is the best thing she's written on Facebook in 3 fucking years. This woman is polluting my newsfeed with nonsense. I have a lot of comedian friends who pollute my newsfeed with funny things, and then there's this one that just sticks out like a sore thumb. But then on top of that, she then got to write a comment about this post, which went, "Yes, it was a lovely lasagna." It's terrifyingly annoying. That and selfies as well. I've only recently got on the bandwagon with selfies, and I can kind of see the practical use. You're out somewhere, you want to take a picture of yourself with something, you don't want to give your €300 smartphone to a random stranger who's going to run off with it, and let's be honest, this ain't going to chase anything. I'm looking at that. It's gone. It's gone. So I can see the point of it, but people are now, like, I'm at entry level when it comes to selfies. I've only been doing it for a few weeks. These people, it's another level, and these are people that have got the world's most useless invention of the 21st century. Selfie stick. Yeah. Or as I refer to them as twat beacons. I live just around the corner from Madrid, New York, so on a good day, particularly over the weekend, I have to put up with a lot of tourists. I can literally take 10 feet from my front door before I run the risk of being impaled by one of these things. And they are just horrendously annoying. I can't fathom the point of them whatsoever. But now, on my newsfeed, I've got pictures of people who have obviously used one of these to take a picture. It's like, the point of the selfie was that you take it up close, surely, that you don't hand it over to somebody else. Instead, you're putting it on a stick and holding it out like this, going, I can do poses now. Just seriously, please stop, please. The other thing though is, obviously being that close to Madrid, New York, I see a lot of tourism. And this made news recently in Madrid about tourism. Because I don't know if you know, but the Spanish Eurovision entry, for those of you who aren't from Europe, Eurovision is a ridiculous song contest that goes on every year, where every country in Europe, including for some reason countries in the Middle East and now Russia, put together an act and send somebody to go and perform their song at a big song contest, and the other countries all vote for the best one. What's really funny is, for Spain and particularly Ireland for the last few years, they've basically said to the person that's going to represent their country, don't fucking win! if we have to host next year, we can't afford it. Forget your lines, go out of tune, don't turn up on the fucking stage if you have to, just don't fucking win. So it's now a competition about who can suck the most. It's like, yes, we came last, in your face. In your face, Turkey, you paid for it this year, that's what it's become. And I still can't understand why Russia want to be part of this, because they're so anti-gay, and Russia and Eurovision is the biggest gay disco going. I just don't understand it. But the thing that made news in Madrid was about the Spanish entry for Eurovision. She's originally from Madrid, and she's dating a Manchester United football player. And she was quoted in, I believe, El País as saying that Manchester is, and I quote, as ugly as the back of a fridge. Now, I lived in Manchester for a couple of years before I moved to Madrid. I'm originally from Birmingham. Trust me, if anyone knows about ugly cities, it's me. Manchester is a goddess compared to Birmingham, and Madrid's just out of this world. But this then led to the Manchester Evening News going on the offensive. And they published an article by this guy who had been to Madrid a few years before, and it was his opinion of the city. And I have the quote here. I couldn't be bothered to memorise it, to be fair. The impression it left on me was that Madrid thinks it's special and does not care what tourists think. Yes! This is why I fucking love this city! It's fantastic, it doesn't care what anybody else thinks. That's why Madrid is amazing. I picture Barcelona being like some yuppie guy in an expensive suit, caring too much about vegan and environmental issues, can speak about 20 different languages, complete knob, basically. That's Barcelona. That's Barcelona trying to be, oh, like me, I can be a European city that you expect me to be. Madrid is like an old fat guy sat in a broken deck chair, probably somewhere near the Royal Palace. He sat there, he's lazy as hell, with a cigar hanging out of his mouth, and he'd be like, "¿Qué coño? ¿Estáis Madrid? Tenemos Atlético Madrid, tienes Paqueretero, tenemos un fat Spider-Man, en Plaza Mayor.